Alright, fight fans, I'm on with Boxing Beats and Rhymes and Eric the Eagle Ochan. And if you guys watched on Saturday, Eric and the Prizefighter, Eric collapsed, and it was at that time everyone was
Let me correct you there. I didn't
huh?
collapse. I
You
didn't
didn't collapse,
collapse.
hey, but Eric, hey, this kid is yeah, Eric. So Eric, what happened, man?
I didn't collapse. This is what happened. Obviously, you saw the fight. Actually, no, I haven't seen back to see the fight, but everyone been telling me the fight is wow. You performed. That was a great fight.
Hmm.
Of course, I was fighting against the favorite, Paddy Gallagher.
Yeah.
And obviously this is a prize fight, which people don't understand. They think it's just 3 rounds. Yeah, it's 3 rounds, but what I'm saying, fighters go all out. So the thing is, obviously, yeah, the place was sold out. The place was packed, was full, and the place was super hot. There was no ventilation in the place.
Hmm.
Yeah, so obviously, I know. Remember, the fight was live on Sky Sport HD, and they used these big lights to get the HD effect.
Hmm.
And obviously, the effect is having different effect on a fighter. Being so hot and no ventilation.
Hmm.
So anyway, I performed well, finished the fight. After finishing the fight, um, I walk to my corner, and obviously Brian told me stand strong, which we do, which is the known thing. You stand strong, you take 2 big breaths, and then you're okay.
Hmm.
But I took 2 big breaths, and I wasn't okay because there was no fresh air in the place.
Hmm.
Any air was there, people already took kind of, because the place was packed. People complaining, people were sitting on ringside. I mean, upstairs, they're complaining of hot. They couldn't bring their water inside. Everyone that I knew there were complaining about the heat. So anyway, obviously we are fighters. We are fighters. My fight was the first fight in the night, and it's a high pace. Galgan came out quick. Which I expect he's gonna do. Obviously, I came out quick as well because I know it's a prize fight. You ain't got time to feel like your opponent. There's none of that time. So I had to do what I had to do, which is take him back to boxing school, and I taught him a lesson. I don't know why they chose him to be a favor, but anyway, I taught him a boxing lesson. Obviously, after the fight, Brian told me take 2 big breaths, which I did, and there was no fresh air. It was just hot air. And obviously, after high intensity,
Hmm.
you need fresh air. I don't care who you are. You can be as fit as you feel, but if you don't get fresh air in your system,
Hmm.
you start feeling dizzy,
Hmm.
and that's what I was feeling. I was feeling dizzy, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what is this? I was walking around the ring. I mean, I don't know if you can remember. If you watch again, I was walking around the ring. I was trying to find fresh air. I'm thinking, oh my days, what is this? I was shaking my head. I'm thinking, what is this? Brian Paul, what on my head? And then obviously I had to go. I wanted to come out straight at the ring, straight out,
Hmm.
and get fresh air.
Hmm.
I know if I come out the ring, go to, what I'm saying, go to the changing room or go towards the side, because obviously the changing room was near the door. The door's open, so it was nice fresh air. And so yeah, that's what made me feel a bit dizzy.
Hmm.
And I was like, what is this? I was trying to shake it off. And of course, when you don't get oxygen in your body, you feel headache. You get headache.
Hmm.
And that's why they put the mask in your face. So anyway, the paramedics come. They asked me, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm okay. I just feel a bit of daze.
Hmm.
A bit. So they sat me down, and straight away I felt alright.
Hmm.
But they kind of panic. They panic. Straight. They sit me down, and they lay me on the ground. And before I know it, they put me in the recovery position. I'm telling the guys, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm speaking to them. They go panic, put the mask on my mouth, the breathing mask, and so I was speaking to them, and I realized, okay, these guys are doing their job. I say, okay, so I just cooperate with them. What I'm saying, before I know it, I see a stretcher near my leg. I think, what's happening? Oh my days!
Hmm.
And obviously they put me at the ring, and obviously I see I see the crowd clapping. Which I'm saying, people care. So which let me know that people care. And obviously they took me out. Well, they took me out. They were speaking to me. The guy in the ambulance is speaking to me and asking, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah." do you know where you are? I say, of course I know where I am. I just be up Paddy Gallagher, and and I'm thinking, hey, I'm all right. I mean, I offered them to drive the ambulance, but they say no. So I just say, okay. So we went to the hospital. When we got there, obviously I was talking to them all the time. I wasn't unconscious.
Yeah.
It's the thing. And even the ambulance guy say, this guy panicked. The paramedic panicked. All I needed is fresh air. The guys panicked. And obviously, so we went to the hospital anyway. So I just went with the groove, went to the hospital, and the paramedic, they checked. They were speaking to me. What's wrong with you? I said, there's nothing wrong. Any pain you feel? I said, no, I slightly on my arm because obviously the punches, it just slightly on my right hand, but that was it. They checked my brain scan, everything was fine. I asked them to check my blood level because we're speaking. My coach was there, my mom was there, etc. People, and so I'll just say, okay, check my blood, check if I got dehydrated, because I was thinking, obviously they asked me what time you ate, what did you eat, etc. So I told them, and they check my blood level. They check everything was fine. They say your blood level is fine. There was nothing. They found nothing wrong. And then obviously where we're in the hospital, they open the windows upstairs in the venue. I'm thinking, well, that should be done already. Basically other fighters, because some people say, oh, other fighter fought in the same venue. Yeah, they fight in the same venue, but you cannot compare a 6-round fight with, or 8-round, or 10-round, or a 12-round with a Prizefighter 3 rounds. Prizefighter 3 rounds, the guys are giving their all. They're coming out quick on the mark, because the fighter knows if you lose 1 round, you are chasing the other guy. So every fighter's mind is winning my mind was winning the first, winning the first, the second, and the third. When he comes, knock him out. Because he's gonna be coming hard, because he's beyond point. So yeah, that's what happened. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what is this? But you know what? I just had to. What can I say? I'm saying I'm a great believer in Jesus Christ, and I believe He's in control, even of that which is out of control. And all I can say is, all things is working together for good. I believe that strongly.
Yeah, man. I mean, Eric, man, my take of the fight when I saw is that, coming into the fight, you lost some fights, yeah. But to be honest with you, it seemed like, is Eric going to be a journeyman? And is how is he going to perform? And my thing is that I still seriously believe that you shouldn't be at welterweight, but that's just my thing. And then when this thing happens, my natural thing is that, it's because of the weight. Actually, everyone's think it's because of the weight. He's and I talked to Reece, Reece Shiguri. He was saying that, your body, you got no body fat on your body. So it's like, that and accumulated with the heat and everything like that caused that. And obviously he's like, but you know what? It was a good performance, Like,
thank you.
Yeah, you look performance, but but you're not used to fighting that. You're used to this fighting thingy rounds, like it is, and you're fighting like a low weight class for like I think it's the 3rd or 4th fight, and you're fighting in a tournament where you're basically is last back against the wall. So there's a lot of pressure on you. To be honest with you,
without doubt, you're right.
To be honest with you, I think the best thing for you was to be taken away, because to be honest with you, even though you won that, you got a win on the slot cutting, but end of the day, you gave it. You know what I mean? There's not much you can do, bro. Like, what I'm saying? Like,
can I say that? Also, because people think is the way. The way. I mean, the thing is, it's not the way. I can make the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm a professional fighter. Yeah. I'm a disciplined fighter, and I've a good coach, Brian Lawrence. He's experienced. He's been in the game. He's been in the game. So he wore the t-shirt. He dropped the water. You know what I'm saying? Wipe the sweat, so he can see if a fighter is dehydrated. He can see if a fighter struggle at the weight. He can see those things. And beside her, I can make the weight. It just had some setbacks. You know what I'm saying? I had some strong winds, I had some bad weather. But listen, bad weather builds strong timber. You know what I'm saying? I'm stronger, I'm better, I'm wiser. And of course, people wrote me off. You know what I'm saying? People wrote me off. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I lost a couple fights, and my back was kind of against the wall. So I just had to show them, listen, the ego is not done yet. You know what I'm saying? You see, naturally, an ego goes away, goes in a mountain, and relax and let his wings grow back. You know what I'm saying? And recoup and come stronger. And that's what, you know what I'm saying? I came out strong. I came to show my skills and to show, listen, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? The ego is still soaring. And you know what? People have their opinion. You know what I'm saying? And you know, everyone have right to their own opinions. And you know what I'm saying? People say this, say that, but I know what I can produce. I'm in good health, and you know, you can't write off the ego.
Yeah. So, go ahead, Beast.
Eric. I watched the film, and you didn't actually faint. You didn't collapse like the video headlines have been saying. You didn't faint. You didn't collapse. You sat down under your own control. That is true. Your knees were up when you was down, but at the same time, that is something that hasn't happened in your career, and it doesn't. Isn't there a case that they should run some more tests over a period?
No, I'm fine
before you come back.
No, obviously, when, as I say, they ran the brain scan, and they ran the brain scan. Right then and then, they ran brain scan, checked my blood, and actually the next day I went to my GP just to, you know, because my coach suggested, you know, for them to check my heart rate. And they checked my heart rate, my recovery rate, everything is fine. The problem was, it was the heat. You know, people will not understand unless you step in that ring and I'm fighting that pace, that the pace I'm fighting. People can never understand. Unless you walk in my shoes, you can never understand. Unless you jump in the water, you can assume that the water is warm. It looks lukewarm, but until you step in the water, you want to understand it. So I'm telling you, I'm the one. I'm the one who is in me, and I know myself better than somebody else may see from the outside. So I'm letting you. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you some information about me. You know, so I'm letting you know. So people will have their own suggestions and their own opinions, and which I respect people's opinion, but you gotta understand that, you know. I know what I'm putting myself through. You know what I'm saying? I calculate the risk. And of course, you know, if I know I can't do the weight, listen, I ain't killing myself. You know, if I know I can't do the weight, I won't go down if I can't do the weight. Figure, look at all different welterweights. We are same size. We are same size. You know, I like middleweight. The heaviest I used to go, it was, 11.5? When I go 11.5, I feel uncomfortable. I have to run. Sometimes I come in the gym, I'm 11.3, and I have to be 11 stone on the competition fight. But other like middleweight, they're coming from heavier. They're coming from 11 stone. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, even though we weigh the same on the night, they fill up. I don't fill up. I don't blow up. Other fighter blow up. You know, their weight shoot up. Right now, as we're speaking, I am 10-12. Right now, as we're speaking, 10-12. I don't blow up.
But you see, when you was 154, you could eat more. You know what I'm saying? Feel more confident. That's the only thing. In my opinion, you never had a bad performance at 154. So that's for me. Why would you drop down? Where you never had in that fight where you lost to the Smith? In my opinion, it was a draw. I don't care what the judges said. It was a draw. Right. I didn't feel the margin was that great for you to drop down to welterweight. You know what I'm trying to say? Where if you're at 154, you could eat more. You can. I'm trying to say you've got more things in your body. Well, you were very strong at that weight. I know the guy.
I mean, listen. I'm strong. I'm still strong at welterweight. You know what I'm saying?
But you see that performance in that guy, like you dizzied that guy, but you didn't finish it in the performance before this one. It's like you had him. He was there to be knocked out, but you couldn't finish.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not that I didn't try to finish.
No, I don't say you didn't try it, but go on.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the guy was coming. There's no me to go to him. Yeah. And I just knew the guy was coming. So I was coming, let him use his energy, you know what I'm saying, and tie him out.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? That was the plan. And obviously, the condition just affect me. It was people, I'm telling you, it was hot. It's not the weight.
Yeah, I know.
It's not the weight business. I mean, I can make the weight. That's not the issue.
No, but where you're strong, but what I'm saying is where you're most strong at the weight. You see what I'm saying? Because the whole of the career has been at 154, and for reasons other than I know you can make the weight. Where your strongest weight is, where you're more effective. and the results.
Listen.
The results have shown that at 154, like you're at 154, where you've only lost by bar 2 fights, yeah, where you've got done a welterweight where you're struggling, like you know what I'm saying, you're struggling a bit. I mean, it's not you can make the weight, it's but where your body can, where you can produce the best performances.
I understand what you're saying. I cannot just make the weight. I can fight out of the way. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? I can fight out of the way, and you know, obviously I've proven at my last performance. What they say, you're good as your last fight.
Yeah, right? Well, you are.
You're good as your last fight.
You are, yeah.
You know, and I beat up the favorite. I took them to school.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You did.
You're good as your last fight, and you know, as I say, I had some strong wins, some bad weather, but listen, I'm only stronger from those situations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you learn from your mistake. You come stronger. It's not about never falling. It's about rising every time you fall.
Yeah.
You know, even the greatest lost. You know what I'm saying? They call Muhammad Ali the greatest, right?
Okay.
You know, he lost a few fights. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Sorry to interrupt. Well, so what would you say was the main reason? Was you losing focus in the last 3 fights before this one, or what? You explain to us.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, was some, you know, obviously, you know, some personal issues as well I've experienced in, and you see boxing.
Oh, okay.
Boxing affect everything in your life. You know, see, boxing career is not like 9-to-5 job. You know what I'm saying? You can go to work and come back and then left everything outside. See, boxing is 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
You see, anything in your life, it can affect your performance if your mind is not focused. And you know, I was dealing with some stuff, and you know what I'm saying, which is a personal stuff, etc. But you know, I've set the record straight. You know what I'm saying? There's some mistakes I made, which I've learned from, and which I'm stronger from.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and that is what it is. And you know what I'm saying, people are quick to write you off, but you know what I'm saying, I just prove you can't write off the ego, man.
Fair enough.
So what's your next move now?
Next move, we're gonna relax. Obviously, take time. We're gonna take time and relax, and then we're gonna be back. Obviously, I will win title before I will have a title around my waist before this year's end. That's all I know.
Were you targeting the southern area right now, something like that?
No, we ain't going down. Come on, I passed that level. I passed that level, man.
No, it's still a good belt, Eric. It's still a decent belt.
No.
You know,
Listen,
I'm not saying. Oh, okay. You're looking for Commonwealth, European, British champion.
I passed the level. Yeah, I passed the level. I mean, I'm in the next level.
Yeah, some feedback beats.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, Eddie and we're gonna sit down with my team. They decide. You know what I'm saying? It's onwards and upwards. It's onwards and upwards.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good to hear, Eric, man. We sounds like obviously you're in good health. So let me tell you something. So Eric, you see all the food you put in your body, yeah? Are you on a diet or something? Because there's no fat in your body, bruv. So I was saying, like, so do you have to watch what you're eating now, or?
You know, I just eat healthy. You know what I'm saying? I eat healthy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a professional fighter.
Yeah.
I've been doing this over. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been doing it for a long time. So I eat healthy. It's not a struggle. I don't have to say, oh, I mean, I eat because I know what I eat my body. What I put my body is like a car. What you put in your car.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
if you put orange juice instead of, you know, oil, your car is not gonna go. It's not gonna perform. You know, it's not gonna go anywhere. So the same thing with our body. So I take care of myself. I eat right. You know, I eat comfortably. You know, I don't have to starve myself. That's the word. Okay. I don't have to starve myself. You know, I'm comfortable. I'm disciplined. You know.
Yeah. I know you're very disciplined. Obviously, you know what I mean. Like, I know you got you have to. But you know what? Let's talk about the performance though.
So can I just ask one question before you talk about
right.
it? Sorry.
Okay.
Right. You see, the last 3 losses. Do you want to avenge any of them against Perkins or any of them guys? You don't want to set the record straight.
You know, it's moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Going back and, you know, it's just moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Is learn from there and, you know, what they say, lick your wounds and, you know, keep going.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about the performance, man. You was doing, but the thing is, this is my opinion, right?
Right.
I felt like, you ain't getting just due. Like, you more or less done the same performance in the Prizefighter you did in the last 3 fights. It's just that the judges are not seeing it the right way. I feel a lot of times in some of the decisions, where you got I know you losses, but they weren't losses in my eyes. You did the same thing. You rolled with the punches. You know, you countered some good counters, but in this instance where they fell, where you obviously it was clean to see that you beat the guy, but it was the same. I felt like have you looked back on your last fights? You felt that you've been unfairly scored by the judges. Honestly, because I do, but I can say myself because I feel like you've been getting. I feel like you've been getting hard done by. In the Smith fight, it was a draw. The last fight, you had to knock him out. He won on the scorecards. Yeah. In the fight just before the Prizefighter, I can honestly say it looked like that fight it was in the balance. He may have won by 1 or 2. I'm not too sure. But you know what I'm saying. But what's your take on the last 3 fights going into the Prizefighter?
You know what? It is what it is. What's taking place is what has taken place. Now, I just got to focus on the future. Okay. And right now, that's why I say my right hand is the judge, my left hand is the referee. You know, that's it's gotta be. I gotta see it. So, and also, as I say, I got power in the lap, in the waterway. You know what I'm saying? Because lap middleweight, people say, "Oh, you ain't got power," but I got power. You know what I'm saying? Because lap middleweight, they're bigger. They got bigger body frame, so they can absorb the punch. Welterweights, they're gonna feel it. You're gonna be shaking their boots. You know what I'm saying? So it's only them forward, and you can't leave the things in the judge's hand. I'm not gonna leave him. I make sure when I get there, is take care of business. You know what I'm saying? Knock them out. So there's no once the bell rings in the last round, there's no contemplation who won. You just know who won.
Yeah, I got you now. I got you. Fair enough, Eric, man. Eddie, you want to say anything to your fans or anything else to the people listening to this telecast, this podcast?
Yeah, I just want to say, big thanks to all my fans. Everyone who's been praying for me. Big shout out to Pastor Jennifer. Thank to Pastor Jermaine, Bobby, Warren, and all the saints been praying for me. And big thanks to Boxfig, King of Hero, Tony Dobbins. We'll give thanks to Fresh Manna. Listen, the manna is fresh. We'll give thanks to my team. I've got the best team in the business. Of course, Eddie Han, Matchroom Sport. I just want to give thanks to all my supporters. And of course, the fans. You know what I'm saying? People care. As you saw what happened, I'm saying? People show their respect. Everyone, send out their regards, their concerns. I really, what I'm saying? I thank everyone. I thank everyone out there.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, Beats.
No problem at all, Eric, man. Good to hear that you're okay.
Yeah, Eric, definitely, man. Again. It's good to hear, fight fans, that Eric the Eagle's going to be soaring again very soon, coming to a TV near you. And Eric, we appreciate you giving us time for this interview.
Thank you, man. It's my pleasure.
All right, man. Take care, Eric. Enjoy your day.
All right, bye.